Welcome to Let's Get Your House On, episode 5.
Blooper number 1, first of all, it took us a freaking, I don't know, half an hour to an hour to get the shit set up. What do you think of this light? Michelle's got it going.
Get your house on.
That's right.
It's summertime in New York. It's hot here.
Last I checked.
It's been really hot here. You and I go into a lot of homes, and every homeowner doesn't know that their house smells.
Like must. And dust. All in one thing. Some of them really do, like, you know.
Well, we're prepping homes, though, to put them on the market. Sometimes you'd open the door and you can smell it right away.
Exactly. And if they've got kitty paste or something like that, you gotta just throw that right on in there. And it's a wonderful smell. And it's just like, oh yeah.
That's accentuated in the summertime.
Humidity does a lot of things to people. You know what I'm saying? And their homes. I mean, look at my house.
Houses do have an odor. And sometimes when we go to somebody's house to look at a property, if I bring you sometimes.
When I'm with you, I have to be hearing you. When I'm not with you, I'll be like, oh, what is that smell? Are you like cooking something? I'll be like really stupid about it. And they'll be like, oh no.
We touched on this last time we were saying that. You know, like when people try to mask an odor and it has the...
Oh yeah, with the 80 air fresheners and nobody's gonna know.
Yeah, so it's worse in the summer though because...
Yeah, and a lot of people...
It's wet and then it smells.
A lot of people don't want to run the dehumidifier. I get it, people. I get it. You know, Central Hudson sucks. I understand. You know, they want to raise our bills just because we're here. But when you're gonna sell your freaking house, yes, you need to run that baby. Because if I smell it, a potential buyer is gonna come in and be like, oof. And then they're gonna think to themselves, do we have problems? Do we have water damage? Do we have moisture? Do we have cats? What is that? Like, it's gonna take me $20,000 just to get the smell out of there. Right?
It's true.
That's what they're gonna think.
A buyer definitely will pick up on that and say there's a water issue here.
Yeah.
But like we have done things to help alleviate some of that smell. So, okay, so I guess where I'm going with this is that we go into homes, and listen, not all of them become our clients.
No.
Right? Like, I mean, like, I've had a couple where I walked away from listing.
I've had a couple where I've gone out of the house and felt like I was gonna vomit. And you know, you have to do it nonchalantly, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, excuse me, I got a phone call. And you go out and you're like, like, please, don't let me back in. I don't want to go back there, I'm crying out there.
Oh, yes. I understand that.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't have a clean smell. It doesn't have a clean smell at all, and it should if you're gonna list it. You know, and anyway, if you have a company, why would you want that dampness there? You know what I'm saying?
But some people live with this and have lived with it for years, so they don't smell it, is what I'm saying. So it's hard to like tell people sometimes, listen, it's got some kind of odor, it's like a musty odor. I mean,
I think after COVID though, I think like a lot of people lost their smell. So for those of us who didn't, you know, it's kind of an excuse. Like, you know, you look at that and be like, oh, you lost your smell, right? You drink that
you
smell.
Can't look at you can't smell it.
I didn't. Like, I smell some serious shit right there. You know?
Yes. So I guess my point of this conversation starting was to say that we've actually gone in and either had to tell people you need a dehumidifier in your house, as if they have a basement or even a crawl space, or like you said in a few of our videos, like people that have crawl space and have dirt floor, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because that moisture from the ground is coming up into your house.
Right. And even though it's been very humid, it's still freaking been wet too. Not as wet as last summer, but it's still been a sufficient amount of wind, I think.
Oh yeah, we've had.
You know, and then bugs like that. You know, you get those freaking big centipede things that come out up from your tub. And they're like in your tub, and you're like, oh, it's a monster. And you run the hell out and you're going home, gotta take care of it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta kill it.
Not in my tub, that's not.
You know, and I have to. And I'm like, oh, I can't. You know, like, this is when I almost have to call my neighbor. If I got a big one like that,
God, I would move.
You would move?
If that was a problem and they kept coming up, I would not.
No, I once in the blue though, when you get that freaking moisture and humidity. I don't know where these things come from. They live in like the sewage or something, and they grow. And
not where I live.
holy shit. And then you go and you pick it up, right? And you think you got it, and it breaks. And the thing is still there, and it's still moving, and it's regenerating, and it's still, and I'm like, I'm lost. I've screamed so many times out of my freaking bathroom.
All right,
They're looking at me like, what the hell is going on?
Speaking of screaming, should we go down that rabbit hole?
Oh, it's screaming.
The screaming.
Oh, yeah. Well, you want to do that
Why
now?
don't we just go right into
All right, well, first I want to thank one of my clients for allowing me to put this in our video, and that, of course, we're going to thank Michele, because she's got one, too, of her own personal thing.
Okay, but let's give this a little introduction.
I'm going to say, okay, so I'm going to call this a day in the life of whatever.
Of owning a home. A day in the life of owning your home.
This doesn't really happen that often to me, but obviously to Michele and these people here, it obviously does. So, I'm going to start this video and then look at the corner, the right-hand corner of the video. Okay, and so I taught her how to mow the lawn. We're mowing the lawn, but I left one thing out. That there could be wildlife. There could be something. And here it is. And there was a snake, and here we come. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Okay, and then after that, we have her boyfriend who wants to be the wind beneath their wings and the hero that he is. He's got to go out to check it out, and of course he's on the freaking sidewalk. The snake is all the way next to the neighbor's yard. He's terrified, and that's the end of the story.
These people have never owned a home before, so let's
No.
just give a little bit of where are they from, and her first time, was it like one of her first times mowing?
I taught her how to mow, but I forgot to tell her that
This
there
poor
could
girl.
be issues, so I appreciate you allowing me to pick that up. It's pretty freaking funny. She now knows that there's things that could crawl around in the grass and, you know, scream. And the funny part was her sister is actually in Japan, and this was caught on the ring. So she sees this, and she's calling her, and she's like, oh my God, what the hell happened? Thought maybe she ran over her foot or something with the lawnmower. But that wasn't the case. And then we have Michele's video. Let Michele tell you the beginning of the story.
The day before this incident, my neighbor posts in our local Facebook group video of a bear in her yard. Of course, my husband is on there and sees it. I text it, you have to see this when you come home. So,
And that you did.
so we cooked dinner that night, and we had leftovers, and we threw them outside into the garbage pail. It's, I don't know, 12 o'clock midnight, and I'm still awake. Right? So I hear a noise, and it sounded like somebody fell. I get up to see where my husband is,
As you know.
and he's sleeping. So I go, okay, what was that? So I crept around the house in the dark. Here I am.
Brave sister.
Brave one. I'm like, what was that? Ring camera on my phone kept going on.
Yeah.
So I'm looking on the camera and I'm trying to see what is it picking up. But it's not, wherever this wasn't in the actual view of the video. Lo and behold, there is the bear. The bear is sitting down next to our garbage pail, and he's eating the leftover ribs that we had for dinner.
Love it.
So here comes this video clip.
Okay. So we have whatever time in the morning it is.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and I said,
Michele
I'm
is
gonna
so
go
not
out.
done up. She's so not ready.
I'm in my
for this.
pajamas.
Okay, so she decides she's gonna go out and freaking clean up the garbage, and her husband's taking this video, and he decides he's gonna slowly creep on up, and bam!
And growl.
And she jumps and screams, and it's a whole shit show, and she sends this to me while I'm having my coffee, and I spit my coffee out. Because I've been laughing so hard.
So I'm gonna tell you my version of this is that I get up, I brush my teeth. I'm like, before I take a shower, I'm gonna go outside because it was hot. I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna clean that out. Because my husband had surgery, so he wasn't able to do this. So I go outside, and I'm like, I'm just gonna clean it up. Get my gloves. I go outside.
Of course, you gotta put those gloves on
I
now.
put the gloves on. I go outside and I'm throwing the stuff in the bag. Where I'm standing there's a drop off to our driveway.
Yeah.
So the garbage pails are near the drop off.
Mm-hmm.
So
And so was Richie.
Rich was coming around this way toward me, so the drop off is behind me.
Mhm.
So now when he does this and I hear a growl, I'm thinking, it's the bear, where am I gonna go?
I'm surprised you didn't fall off the freaking drop off. I would have. And that would have been even better.
Well, I didn't know where to go. I jumped, and that's when I realized it was him. I wanted to kill him.
Oh, I thought it was the best. That was the best right there.
I was petrified. He
Oh,
was hysterical laughing, and he watched that video all day that day and shared it with everybody. I looked like a mess. I had nothing, no makeup on. My hair,
I watch it now just to freaking laugh, especially when you get cranky.
It's been happening a lot lately. We have a lot of deals going on. We have a lot of things happening.
And by the way, people, do you like my shirt? I'm wearing this for Michelle because in the first video, she loved to come on, get happy.
Come on, get happy. All right, all you 70s people.
That's right. Anybody got a freaking suggestion as to what shirt they want me to wear? I actually may have it because I'm a big 70s or 80s t-shirt collector, so you can let me know about that.
She does have like every sitcom t-shirt.
Oh, it's the best. It's the best. But anyway, so I appreciate everybody allowing me to use the videos. They were great. I love it.
Oh yes, thank you so much. And yeah, I embarrassed myself, but
It's up, Michelle. Don't be
it's all
embarrassed.
good.
These things happen. How many people out there are probably like, oh my God, the same thing happened to me.
Let me tell you though, that bear was still roaming around. The school was closed the next day.
Oh, I love it.
He was in the area. He was in the area for a long time.
I hope he comes back.
No, I don't want him back. I don't want. Yeah, Richie's ready with the thing. I don't want him back.
Yes.
But anyway, those are the things that happen when you live in the country.
When you just own a home.
Yes, we are north of New York City, by the way,
Right.
in the Hudson Valley. So yes, I'm sure you've had stuff like that happen. Nobody actually caught you on video, but I was the lucky one that got caught.
No, I can't say anything. But not there. Of course, there's been some moments when you're just like, oh my God, I can't believe I fell for that, or something. Just like we were talking about homes that have an odor or whatever. I want to touch base on, like, if you've ever gone into a home, Michelle, and it's like not your typical home. It's not clean. It's just not, you're like, oh my God. Does anything stick out in your head for that?
A few. So I've been in a lot of foreclosure properties.
Oh, I love them.
So those are abandoned and people.
And haunted. Yeah.
Well, the ones that are haunted, I take authority over, and I will not. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Okay.
Saying, but I remember going into this one house that was abandoned, obviously. And people, people when they're in foreclosure, for whatever reason, like there's a hardship, something happens. It's not like you're doing this on purpose,
Right.
It's like
exactly.
obviously you're not trying to lose your house, but people do get upset.
Yeah.
And so I remember this house, they took the light fixtures, they broke the toilet bowls.
Oh my God.
They did all kinds of stuff. And this one house was flooded in the basement, 2 feet high. 2 feet high. So we're looking at the house, and then we go downstairs. We couldn't even go down into the basement because there was so much water. It looked like you could have a rowboat and just row in there. Wow. So and that house had a smell in it because of water that was, and God knows how long it was sitting like that because people that leave their properties.
Oh, well, they probably didn't even clean them either before they
No, it was gross. But that one I remember. But there was another house
Oh boy.
that hoarders must have lived in.
Yes.
And it was empty. And there was graffiti and weird stuff on the walls. And every room, it could have been people in there that were drug addicts after the people left that came in and did stuff.
Finding the needles and shit like that.
No, I didn't. I barely went in to come out. I was, because it smelled so bad that I said, if you people want to go in here and look at it, you can, but it's going to trigger a migraine. I just can't do that.
No, you can't.
No. But you couldn't even, literally barely open the door and there's stuff. People left all of their stuff there.
Yeah.
They just leave. I don't understand that.
I had no idea, man.
But
it must have been a quick trip.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. Carpets are dirty, black, it didn't say it was an all white carpet.
Yeah, you don't know what color that carpet is. I've been in many of those homes. I'd be like, oh, that's a nice gray carpet. Right? And then I'm there cleaning, trying not to vomit, and I vacuum and I'm like, holy shit, this carpet's blue.
Did you do this for cleaning? What was the house? What was the
Yeah,
business
this
you were
was
doing?
one of the ones that I cleaned many years ago.
Like
but
an investment unit or
listen,
something?
people, I have cleaned college dorms after the students have left. And the stories in this. Now, the best part about one of these dorms was, I'll never forget this. I brought my sister. Oh, man, I know she's not going to be happy that I said that, but whatever. I love bringing my sister back down, especially to these things, because you gotta know my sister. She's like totally opposite than me when it comes to like this kind of stuff. She gets skeeved out.
Oh, I skeeved too.
She'll start screaming, cursing, everything, and just scream and run out, basically. And then she'll come back in and start bitching.
I can relate to her.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I can totally relate to her.
Right, but it's just too funny to watch her. Like, if I could have gotten her on video on all of these places that I've taken her, you guys would have been like, oh, get out of here, because she's really, really funny, and she's not trying to be. But I took her to a college dorm to clean out, and I remember her standing in the kitchen. Cabinets are open, all right, and she's bitching and moaning because there's mouse droppings all in the cabinet. So she feels like she's gonna, keep cleaning this thing out to find the mice, right? Okay. Meanwhile, I'm in the bathroom. I've got a pair of thongs hanging on a freaking doorknob. All right, I got used condoms on the floor.
Oh, they left it like this?
Yes, I got used condoms on the floor. I've got shit smeared on the wall, and I hear her complaining about this mouth thing when I'm trying not to throw up. Okay, so that was one of them. And then I had a woman that I worked for. She had a bunch of rentals in the city of Poughkeepsie. Again, gotta bring my sister to this. Gotcha. There's no way
This poor
about
girl.
it. It was she had a video. I don't think she still has it, but it was hysterical. So it was a Section 8 home, which is fine. Section 8 rental. But the sad part about Section 8 is, some of the people that you get in there, they just don't care. They just don't care about the place, okay? I mean, there's been some good tenants, but very far in between. And so we had this house. I've got 5-gallon pails of freaking paint. I'm bringing it up. We do my night thing, right? So we had to paint the whole place and then clean the whole place, right? So we go in. I bring the paint in. My sister's helping me bring the paint in, whatever. And all of a sudden, like, these roaches just start coming out. And it wasn't like one or two, because I worked in food service for a long time before I did this, so I'm used to this. My sister on the other hand was like, no. Okay,
Yeah, I agree with her.
No, oh yeah. So she's screaming.
I'm on her.
We're getting out of here. You gotta call her. You gotta call her right now. We're getting out of here. She's gotta do something about this family. She freaking wants me to call this lady. Blah, blah, blah. So I call the woman up. And I'm like, we can't work here. These things are dropping from the sky. I don't know what's going on. She's like, oh my God, I bombed the place already once. I'll come back.
Wait. Did she tell you she bombed the place before you went?
Yeah.
Oh, so you knew that there was a problem?
No. She tells me that day.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so of
even
course,
worse.
they don't tell you that. So she's like, all right, give it a couple of days. And we'll go back and you'll bomb it. She'll bomb it again and we can go back in. So in the meantime, she had another rental. Of course, I got to bring my sister over to there now, working that. My sister, she's cleaning. I didn't have people live like this. There was no bugs, though, so I was like, okay. And she's like, I just can't. I'm scrubbing, nothing's coming off, right? So we hung out there, and then she's like, and it smells like cat piss in here, right? So I had to tell the lady that, so she goes over and starts ripping up floors by herself and scrubbing down to the freaking plywood, like putting stuff on this. Right? So we go back. Now this is my sister's plan here, okay? We're gonna go back. So my sister's like, we gotta stop at the Dollar Store. All right. Well, she decided that, first I went to Lowe's and I had to get the whole freaking Ghostbusters suits with the booties and everything.
The white one? The white one?
Yeah. So my sister had that and me, but she's like, no, we gotta stop at the Dollar Store. So she bought hats. Just in case these freaking things fell on our hair, right? She's like, I can't have that, right?
What kind of hats do they have in the
floppy
Dollar Store?
freaking hats, right? So we open the door. My sister's like, if this is still going on, I'm leaving. Right?
I don't blame her.
And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, bitch, I drove.
Oh no! She was stuck with you.
Right?
Oh, that's not a good thing.
So she's like, I'm gonna bleach him. This is my sister's plan. She's gonna bleach him, right? So it was fine because the woman was getting rid of the carpets anyway. Well, my sister, if any day that my sister looked like the Terminator was this day. Okay, so she's got one of these backpack freaking bleachy things on.
No, she didn't.
Oh yeah, with the freaking nozzle. And she walks in like she's gonna kill somebody.
Ghostbusters.
She's gonna kill somebody. And she's like, I don't see anything yet. As soon as she freaking said it, there's one. Psh. Well, that could not live because she sprayed the shit out of that. Not once, not twice, but probably 300 freaking times until it died. It just dropped. All right, so we're freaking in this house doing this, and she bitching the whole time. She does not want to do this. She can't believe I got her into this, the whole nine, right? So now we have to clean the kitchen, and we all know that the kitchen is where they're going to be. I mean, obviously, there's food there, whatever, right? Okay.
Right. They left their crumbs.
So she actually had a video, and I don't think she does anymore, but I had to pull the refrigerator out. So I'm pulling the refrigerator. My sister's hunched over, like, on the side of the counter, praying that nothing's gonna, like, bite her, right?
Ugh.
And as I'm pulling, she's screaming. She can't even see back there. Okay? She's screaming.
She's already screaming.
And I started jumping because I'm like, what? I didn't even move the thing yet, right? So we're moving it, and she's like, I'm done. Right? We're moving. I pull it out, and she's like, oh, there's nothing here. Wow. Lo and behold, she opens up the refrigerator to go inside and clean it, and in the rubber piece there, that like
yeah, the seal.
they were all over. My sister again, man, with the Terminator. She's just like going to town with this shit. So we went through a lot of bleach that day, but it did the trick. It did the trick.
I would have ran out of there.
Oh, it was,
yeah,
but let me tell you something. The place was pristine, and it was actually, the lady finally listened to me and sold it. And sold this rental, but my sister was never the same after that. She really, I mean, it took her a long time. She was having nightmares. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was good stuff.
I gotta tell you, this one time I actually had a paint job for somebody that referred me to someone.
Yeah.
This was years and years ago. Yeah, this is when I actually used to do stuff in houses.
Yeah.
And these people were from New York City.
Oh, yeah, I love that. But they're used to that kind of stuff. I mean, no offense.
But it was but they didn't. They had a house here. Well,
Yeah.
somewhere. It was in Putnam, I think. I can't remember. And so I'm in the house, and I was painting, and I was going around the switch, the wall switch.
Yeah.
The wall plate.
Oh, yeah, did it come out?
Yes, one came
Hello.
out. One came out. I don't ever think I've
If
seen a
there's one,
cockroach
there's a
before.
million.
This was like one time. I've never seen this before.
Oh, all right.
Okay, because I
Yeah.
eat bugs.
If there's
Disgusting.
one, there's more.
Yes. So one came out of the plate. Because I took, you take the plate off.
Jeez.
So it came out, and I was like, now I'm freaking out because I know
yeah,
there's
you go home
more.
and you're like,
And I'm like, where's my stuff? I'm taking all my stuff off the floor. I'm like, I don't want any of my stuff in the house. I put it all into the car.
yeah.
And then I came back and I just had the roller and the just to paint the
Oh,
roof.
yeah.
I could not wait to get out of there.
Oh, no.
I was like, I can't.
yeah.
I'm doing this the fastest job I ever could do in my life, and I
Right.
was done. And
You needed to get the suit, man.
you know
needed
what?
to get the suit.
And I didn't want to embarrass them because,
Oh, who cares?
well, listen, I was like, I'm done. I'm not. And I don't think I went back.
No. No, my sister hates me for taking her to some of these places.
I would
Oh,
hate you too for that.
I know she does. And
You're right. I just want you to know.
yeah, I
You're
mean,
watching this.
she just, oh man, but we had some really fun times. And, I like taking people sometimes, who are just as freaking like comical as me. Like, you, Michelle, my neighbor, the whole thing. I mean, but I had a couple of friends of mine who worked with me in the beginning as well. And we went to this house. And I happen to know the people, right? Okay, so they're trying to, change over everything because they're getting divorced and blah, blah, blah. We're selling the house.
Okay.
So they have these really high ceilings, right? So I've got one of them in the hallway, so I can see her. I'm up on the top doing the high shit, okay? But they're down the hall. She's got one doing the ceiling, the other one's cutting out. Well, one's got to go pee. Okay.
Not the right time to do that.
Well, the bathroom's right there. Go. I don't care. Well, she came out. And we heard like a noise in there, but we didn't think anything of it because I had my music on, right? Well, she came out and she was crying, laughing hysterically.
Oh, no.
Because she almost fell off the toilet because the toilet wobbled and it was moving as you go. And she couldn't speak.
What?
Right? So now we're laughing, yeah, because they never fixed it. They never bolted it in or whatever the hell they're supposed to do. Or a bolt came off. We're crying. I had to come down. Okay, of course, the other one's like, let me try. You know, so she goes in and takes a piss, and she's freaking laughing too. She comes out. Oh my God, it does move. You gotta hold on, Michelle. Because you go to freaking get the toilet paper, it's over here, so you kind of lean.
How does the water not leak all over the floor?
I don't know. It's been like this for a long time, but you gotta lean over to get the toilet paper, so when you're leaning, all of a sudden you're like, you know, like it's gonna come up. So, you know, yeah, oh yeah. Some of these places just kill me. I mean, at least it was clean. There was no roaches or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, I like
that was
the
kind of a
comical.
gross conversation with the roaches, but that's...
I like the I love the people who can laugh at themselves.
You have to laugh. You have to laugh.
Yes.
I mean, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, like
You know,
my
you
sister
tell
now
her-
laughs about it. Like, she'll laugh about it now. She did not laugh before.
I wouldn't laugh either if I was... When you're through it, when you're living it, it's not funny.
You know?
It's clearly not funny.
And then I was cleaning the house for a client, and she just was not a nice human being. She just was not nice. She treated me more like the hired help, one of those people. So I wasn't human, you know what I'm saying? But she had this bird. Okay? She had this bird. And this
I'm
bird,
afraid of what you're going to
yeah,
tell.
towards the end, like towards a while.
Like a peacock? Or like a
No,
parakeet?
this bird freaking talked.
Okay.
All right, well, this is not good, Michelle, because now she's pissing me off, right?
The bird?
No, the woman is pissing me off because I'm not a freaking slave.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and I respect you, so I expect the same respect back.
Of course.
Okay. Well, they were never home when I was there. So as she kept, you know, getting on my nerves, I would walk in, I forgot the bird's name, but I would walk into the bird, and I'd be, you know, I talked to the bird, can you say And I kept saying it to the bird. Every time I was there, I went every other week, kept saying it to the bird, okay?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah, because I wanted her to suffer. I did. I wanted her to be like, where'd that come from? Not the hired help, right? Okay. So I don't know what happened because she ended up retiring and not needing a servant anymore, shall we say? But I left this bird with these instructions. So I'm dying to find out if the bird ever told her this because that would have made my day. That would have made my day.
You are bad.
Would have made my day. But could picture this parrot talking. I mean, it said hello.
How old was the bird? I mean, they last a long time.
Oh, yeah, that bird's probably still kicking. That bird's probably still kicking.
Yeah.
But I was,
They can be in their 20s, right?
Yeah, but I was like enriching his vocabulary.
Well,
You know, it's a helpful thing.
I wouldn't enrich it that way, but that's all right.
Oh, it's good. Don't. I mean, I don't like to be treated like that.
No. Well, people should not disrespect you. It doesn't matter. We treat people the way we want to be treated, right? Like,
Exactly. But this lady
it doesn't
just
matter
pushed and
what you
pushed.
have, what you don't have. It's called being human.
Yeah, but she just pushed me just a little bit too far. It takes
Well,
a
she
lot.
aggravated you.
It takes a lot for me to, you know, have to do something. But I found it hysterical because I'm like,
In your own little...
oh,
you're-
yeah,
in
yeah,
Dawn's
because
world,
she's going to be
you're-
like, where
you're
did that
getting
come
your,
from?
Your revenge back in your own...
Right, she'll probably blame her husband for teaching him it because her husband was like, she's a little...
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, so he knew too, but he treated me with respect, you know, respect her
Well,
too.
respect is a huge thing.
Yeah,
Respect is a
you know, but she didn't. She's like, oh, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that, and no please, no thank you, no nothing, and...
I don't work well with people that are like that.
No, and I'm there to clean your house, not freaking go weed. Like, she had these, like, crazy ideas, like...
What she wanted you to do?
Yeah, like, I was gonna go outside the house and freaking, you know, weed her garden and all this stuff, go water and all that. No. That's not what I mean, I've done it
Well,
for
talking
people,
about other antics and stuff, all the other stuff you get roped into, we do kind of get you roped into other things.